So I was thinking about emotions in photography, and I used to think that I can make someone feel a specific emotion when they look at my photos. And I realized over time, I think that I can't force anyone to feel something specific, but I can make them feel something if I'm doing everything correctly and I have enough luck and settings going on in the frame. So I wanted to go over some photos today that I think and I feel stuff when I look at them, and I want to see like how my thoughts and your thoughts are matching each other, and do we think together that the reason I'm connecting to a specific photo is the same reason that you maybe will connect to that, or maybe not. Maybe I just see it for myself, because sometimes only the photographer see the emotion and feel it, and maybe because it has to do with the specific scenario that he was in when he took the photo. So let's just start. This photo I loved very much. I took it on a main street at night with a Leica Q3. And I took it, it was like on a pizza place from outside. There was rain outside, and I just took out immediately the camera and snapped the photo without thinking about the settings too much. The ISO here was super high, 3200, shutter speed 1/125, aperture 5.6. And the light inside just looks so warm. And I remember how cold it was outside when I took this photo, and how much I wanted to go inside and eat some pizza because it smelled so good. But I just decided to immediately capture this scene with the man on the window, the two kids buying pizza, something so unclear but yet very clear. I said it before about this photo that me personally, it just makes me, it just makes me go back to the scene that I took it and understand how I felt there when I felt so cold and I wanted to go inside. And maybe if you look at the photo and doesn't know even that this is a pizza place, you can get the warmth of the people inside. This one is one of my favorite photos that I took last year. It comes actually from that photo, and I cropped the middle of that to get the person inside. So the shutter speed was 1/15, very slow shutter speed. Aperture 1.7 and the ISO 200. And I wanted actually to take this photo with the surrounding moving while the woman is sitting still, because she hasn't moved for a while. She was just stuck in her phone, and I wanted to get her clear shot while the buses move around her and people going by. And after I took this photo at home, I looked at it and I decided to crop it like this, because I love abstract photography. I love ICM, intentional camera movement photography. I have a PDF on that if you want to check it out in my website. But it looks just like painting. I understand this is a person because of like the nose and the mouth, everything that is human in this photo, and yet it looks so surreal and so simple because it's black and white. I really love that photo. This one, I think I cropped too much. Like, this was the original shot and I cropped it so little, but I don't care that it's a little, a lot of crop that I can see the pixels, because I like the story here with the old lady walking on the street, and there is this beautiful young lady on the back on a sign, and it just looked to me like some kind of a story that life goes by and we don't notice it. Everyone was young and beautiful, and everyone will get old if they will be lucky enough. And it just symbolized something a little bit more, let's say, maybe sad, that's the word I'm looking for, and a little bit more realistic, even though I cropped so much of that photo that it looks a bit pixely. And this photo pretty much the same story, that I cropped a lot from the main photo to get this composition. It's a bit grainy, but I took it with the Ricoh, actually, the Ricoh GR3X, I think. Yeah, the Ricoh GR3X, 1/250 f 2.8, ISO 100. The grainy part that you see here is mainly because I cropped too much of that photo. But sometimes I feel something from a photo that I can't explain exactly why I love it so much and why it's so unique to me. Maybe the movement of the bird on the bottom here, or the two birds sitting on a pool, like looking at her. It just humanized the birds to me, and I just love the gray on the top, the white on the bottom, upside down a little bit. I would expect the white will be on the top, but anyway, I just love this photo. Sometimes I'm not really sure why. Stories on the street is something that I'm having a lot of trouble get a good photo of, but because I feel sometimes uncomfortable getting into someone's private environment, and I don't want to be intrusive, I don't want to interrupt people, but sometimes I just, you know, especially with the Ricoh that I have a snap focus option, I immediately take out the camera, point it to some kind of a scene, like an interesting stuff that's going on, and take the photo. And because it was on a beach with the dogs just sniffing this lady, and the guy was like a bit checking her out, but also maybe worried from the dog. I don't know, it just so many like minds going on here. Like the two people, two dogs, the movement of the guy towards me, the beach on the background, the clouds, so like cold outside. So much going on in that scene that it really caught my eye and caught my attention, and I just love this photo. Okay, so birds on the street, this is my weakness. This is something that I love doing with every camera that I have, with the Canon, with the Leica, the Ricoh, and this one I think I actually took with the Leica. Oh no, it was with my iPhone 16 Pro, and it's funny that I got it and I turned it to black and white using my Lightroom presets. And something about pigeons on the street, combining with the surrounding, like with the cables and everything, like the floor, the ceiling, just so fun for me to look. So much movement, so classic on the street. I really love the vibe that I get from birds photography on the street. And of course, you always get nice emotions when you use a bouquet in a good way, and I think I took it with the iPhone. That's weird how many photos I have here from my iPhone. I actually thought it was from the Ricoh, and this is a weird editing. I don't know why I edited that much. It was in color, I just straightened it and turned it to black and white. I think I over edit with the contrast here, but I still like the photo because of the lights in the background that immediately turned to this nice bouquet. And I'm really impressed with the iPhone bouquet here. Not so much in focus, it was through a window, like this flower was inside a very dirty window, I remember. And I just like this photo, and I connected it immediately to emotions in this video that I want to talk to you about. So anyway, I think that's it for today. Let me know, how did you add emotions to your photo? I want to continue to talk about it a little bit more in future videos. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you very soon in the next video.